What's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Y'all, let's talk about Brother Darrell Brooks. And I think I'm going to go off the rip on this one. Read this article out of the New York Post. But I just want to give my feelings on this story. And it may or may not hurt some feelings, but the problem with us is we do not tell our own people the truth sometimes. And it's part of our downfall as a people. But story out of the NewYorkPost.com reads, why waukesha suspect's mom regrets bailing him out before parade attack, says the ex-girlfriend. Now, check the story out. The mother of the man accused of plowing his SUV into revelers at a suburban Milwaukee Christmas parade is racked with regret for having bailed him out of jail just days earlier, his ex-girlfriend told the Post on Wednesday. So, at this point you see that the brother, who's 39 years old, make sure you remember that, was in jail. Mom, like typical mom would do in our society, bails him out. 39. Okay, next. Go to the next point. Next paragraph. Dawn Woods wishes she hadn't posted the $1,000 bond for her son, Darrell Brooks Jr., after he was, now get this, accused of punching the mother of his child and intentionally striking her with his car on November the 2nd, according to the woman. So this guy pretty much hits, fights, beats up the mother of his child, runs up, hits her with his car, goes to jail, somehow only gets a $1,000 bail, which is another story in itself, at age 39, and his mother bails him out of jail. This is a problem, America, but let me continue so when I make my point, it'll be a little more clear. Quote, she's wrecked that people were killed as a result, and she's like, I'm blaming myself because had I not bailed him out, this wouldn't have happened, said the ex, who asked to remain anonymous out of fear for her and her son's safety. The suburban Milwaukee resident, who also shared a child with Brooks, said she's had very little contact with the accused killer in the last 20 years, and that their son hasn't interacted with his dad since he was a baby. So hold on. I'm probably wondering like, why is she having any kind of contact with him if the child's not having contact? You see, that's where I can understand how, fellas, when you have a baby mama or you and the mother of your children no longer together, and then you get a new woman, and then let's say y'all send a text message to each other, or she sees y'all texting each other, or talking to each other on the phone, and you saying that y'all are talking about the kid, which could be true, but yet she thinks she's wondering why you gotta talk to each other about the kid. Can't you and the kid talk to each other? Like, man, as a dude, you really don't want to get into that because you're like, man, look, I'm just trying to keep the peace. It ain't hurting me, ain't hurting nobody else. You need to just get out your feelings and go about your business. And she'll feel that you're not talking about the kid when y'all talking to each other. Here's a prime example of why she can feel the way she do, because you're having contact with the man, but the boy hasn't had any contact since he was a baby. But let me continue. He's disappeared when my son was almost 3 months old, she said. I've done all of this on my own, raised my child by myself. Days after he was released from jail on what Milwaukee County prosecutors now say was appropriately low bond, Brooks allegedly barreled past police barricades and onto the waukesha Christmas parade route, where he mowed down marchers and spectators. Brooks, 39, has been charged with 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide for the Sunday rampage. which left 6 people dead and scores more injured. He, I think, ran over like 40-something people. He faced a mandatory life sentence as convicted, which he probably will be, even though they say he has been diagnosed being bipolar. But you see the color of his skin, so that bipolarness probably will not lie for him. When I saw his picture online, I was like, what the F, his ex told the police. I was embarrassed enough to have him as a father of my child beforehand because he wasn't taking care of him, she said. What do you think I am now? Mortified. Basically, 20 years ago, little Darrell was 19 at the time. Young, dumb, sorry, wasn't about to amount to nothing, but he got a mama that's gonna take care of him, no matter what, no matter what he does. The distraught woman said she's disgusted by Brooks' actions and her connection to him, adding, I wish I could replace him as a person had a son with, but I can't. Again, at 19, you're kind of young. You probably don't understand, probably don't understand life, making dumb decisions, and now you making decisions that you regret for the rest of your life. I'm kind of sure that by the time he was 19, he was a pookie in the railway back then. She said, I've been donating the same prayers and doing everything that I can. Okay, so what hurts me more is he shares DNA with my child. Brooks has a lengthy rap sheet and has been criminally charged at least 16 times since 1999 in Wisconsin, Georgia, and Nevada, according to authorities and records. So, 2021, 1999 is 23 years ago. You had a baby with this man 20 years ago. So like I said, you knew he was trouble, but yet you're blamed that you was young, made bad choices or what have you. Okay, whatever. His ex said she found out a couple years ago that Brooks has bipolar disorder, and his twin sister Ebony died in 2014 of some sort of illness. She thought, though she's had little to do with Brooks since giving birth to her son, check this out, the woman still says she still occasionally speaks to his mother, who has never condoned any of his bad behavior. There's a problem right there. You're still talking to his mother now. I'm sure it probably has something to do with the son, which I get. You have a child, she has a grandson, she as a mother, they have that motherly love with their blood. So she wants to have something to do with the grandson, albeit probably because her son ain't amount to nothing. So she wants to kind of quote unquote have a second chance with a little boy to help raise him better. But yet you are still bailing out a 40-year-old man. Hold on, check this out. She always condemned everything he has done, even weed possession. She's never condoned, the ex said. She's always been very resolute on, quote, you need to do better. You need to do right. This is not how I raised you. And if that is not typical, and I'm going to say Aboriginal Black American mothers, I've heard it so many times when they'll say, this is not how I raised you. Mothers, especially single mothers. If there's a man in the house, he need to be slapped if he's allowing this. But a lot of times, not a man in the house, not a strong man in the house. Mothers, there comes a time when you have to let go. You have to realize that boy of yours, or that daughter of yours, or whoever, that child of yours, it just ain't gonna do right. This man is 39 years old. Let's say he's been arrested at least 16 times. Who knows how many times he's been to prison. He's been in and out of jail. I guarantee you, this is not the first time, but it will be the last time, the way it's looking, that she's bailed his brother out of prison, out of jail. So I'm kind of like, I don't understand the way of thinking for some people. Let's take the baby mama. I'm quite sure that when he hit you, And I also understand this dude was on bond or bail from a recent incident where he shot his nephew over a phone. But anyway, so he's violent because he shot his nephew, which is I guess probably your mama's grandson, his mama's grandson, possibly could be, or whoever, or probably a nephew, or like the grandchild of a sibling of his mama's sibling or whatever. But it's still blood. But this boy's violent. He can't get right, can't do right. And like I said, to the mother of his child, this woman, his mom, your child's grandmother, bails your child's father, who hasn't been in his life since 3 months old, bails him out of jail after he attacks you. And yet, you are still taking up for her. And I'm quite sure it ain't the first time he attacked you. But like I said, mothers, we're gonna start the mothers. The man is 39 years old. There has to come a time where you have to let them fall where they at. I remember a line in I believe it was Dark Knight, one of these last Batman trilogies, the last one. The best one, the one that just finished like a few years ago with Bane. But the first movie, when Ra's al Ghul and Batman was fighting him in a train, and he had him pinned down. Ra's al Ghul knew that Bruce Wayne was not a killer, and he knew he was not going to kill him, and he had him down in the train. And it's finna fly off the track. And Batman says, Ra's al Ghul says, you won't kill me, you can't kill me. And Batman says, you're right, but I don't have to kill you. Listen, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you either. And he lets him go, and and jumps out the train with his little rope. And Ra's al Ghul was like, he just closed his eyes like, damn, he gets it. He said, he played a chess move and beat me in my own game. And that was the end of it. People, when you have family in your work, in your life, that's not going to get right. All they're going to do is either hurt you or hurt other people. What you're doing is not helping. You continue to bail them out of jail. She said she didn't condone anything he did, but yet you bailed him out every time he did something. So basically, you did condone it. Just stop lying to yourself. And when I'm talking to her, I'm talking to everybody else out there who does the same thing. You say you don't condone a certain behavior from your child. It's one thing they little kid, because they little kid just need to whoop their ass and go on about your business. But when they grown and you say you don't condone what they do, but yet you still bail them out, yes you do. You lying to yourself. You ain't lying to me. You ain't lying to nobody else. You just lying to yourself. You don't have to kill them, but you don't have to save them either. Because you chose to bail out your violent, and like I say, prison probably been the best thing. I mean, you hate to see, and and I'm gonna say this to play the devil's advocate. I'm sure it's hard. I haven't been in that situation, been put in this situation, so I don't know what I would do. I can sit here and tell you what I would do, but I haven't been put in this situation, so I can't sympathize with it. I can empathize with the ideas and the thought process, but I can't sympathize with it because I haven't been there. So I can sit here and say, no, you can't. You got, but like I say, do this or do that. But what I'm saying is the best thing to do. It is the best thing to do for everybody involved. You can't save everybody. Everybody's not going to be right. And unfortunately, sometimes it's the people in your own family. So the question is, what are you going to do? Save one and let the masses die? Or save them all and let the one die? And the one is probably going to be your blood. And that might change your whole outlook on that answer. But anyway, and like I say, to the baby mother, she said she's embarrassed. I could kind of see that, playing the devil's advocate again. I can see that because, again, if he was 19, you were probably 19, 18, probably his age a little younger. kids, you like that thug, Pookie and Ray Ray guy. I get it. I've seen it. But you can avoid it. You need to learn. There need to be more stories I heard to help these young girls avoid these guys because they're nothing but trouble. So, she says she's embarrassed, and I get it. But that's what you chose. But to fix that situation, you got to do like in the way the story reads. I guarantee, because like I said, she still say she's been in contact with him a little bit. So the way the story reads is, if he wanted to come back in her life and be a part of that boy's life instead of 30, any time in the last 20 years, it sounds like she probably would have let him do it. And that there's and that's scary too. But hey, like I say, his mom is probably the last time she done got to bail her son out. Now she can, thanks to her $1,000 that she ain't gonna get back, or $100 if it's a 10% bond. So she ain't gonna get back. Now she can just visit or write her son in jail, live with this anguish and everything else, and for the rest of her life and for the rest of his life. But anyway, that's my take on this story. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments down in the comment box below. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, go to the description box, click the website, purchase some merchandise. Got a YouTube. If you just started a YouTube channel or plan on starting a YouTube channel, hey man, hit that TubeBuddy link. Sign up. You have a free subscription. You got the paid, but whichever one you choose, it'll help you start. It'll help you streamline this thing. Help you find hot topics. Help you find the tags and the keywords to use. Try to get the boost up.